welcome back to the channel. If you are not new, if you are new, welcome. So today I'm doing healthy looking skin with a bit of autumn inspiration on the eyes, on the lips, and just overall. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the video and I'll get straight into it. Bye. Do not be afraid, I bring good news. That's how angels introduce themselves in the Bible. So I'll start with a bit of hydration. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Magic Facial Dry Sheet Mask. So it's a dry mask. I'll just take it off so I can talk to you properly. Yeah, so this is really good for intense hydration. It only starts working once you sort of massage it in and then keep it on for 15 minutes. So it hydrates, smooths and brightens your face. If I didn't use this, I'd use a hydrating mist. Charlotte Tilbury do a really good one too. A lot of my skincare is Charlotte Tilbury because it's just so gorgeous and effective. Really good skincare ingredients. And this is the Crystal Elixir from Charlotte Tilbury. So I just like to use the whole thing. So that's the serum. And lastly, I'll just go in with the water cream. This is from Charlotte Tilbury as well. Usually I use just the normal magic cream, but that is so rich that if I couldn't put it over this because my face already feels just so moisturized. So I'll just take a bit of that. Hydration, skin prep is always so important and it does affect how your foundation, your base turns out. Right, so I'm just in the middle of filling out my brows, but I just want to say sometimes after all the skincare, skin prep, and your skin's very moisturized, it might be a bit slippery to go on with something like a brow pen or even a brow gel. I'm using a brow gel. I just take a bit of powder. I think a lot of people do this trick. Just go over on the brow and then fill them in. So then there's a bit of friction. Your brow product won't slide. So you won't get a different brow from what you want. You know, it won't go a different way. And I would use the 𝐂𝐿𝐴 Blur Primer. This is from YSL. I've always used this one. Love this one. I ain't gonna never stop. My face is already so moisturized with the serum, with the hydrating mask. If I went in with a primer with this, it would pill, you know, it would start doing the rolls, which we're not going to do. So I've basically already primed with the water cream. So for this healthy skin base we're going for, I'll use a Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. This is in shade 10. I'll take 2 pumps. The reason I chose this foundation is because it is an iconic foundation. I'm just going to start here. Everyone loves Luminous Silk, but this is only my second one, so I was a bit late to try it. Loved it immediately, and they made a post on their Instagram. I said, this is actually really good. So they said, if you like this, go and watch our playlists for our iconic products. So I went on YouTube, watched all of their playlists because that's what they said. So that's what I did. Anyway, the head makeup artist over there, she just calls him Mr. Armani, which is super respectful, I think. What else could you call him? He basically just says the vision, sort of, and then she carries it out. Anyway, the goal was apparently healthy skin, which is so brilliant because some people like a matte finish or like a satin finish, but everyone likes healthy skins. And that's why I think a lot of people love this, because I tried to put my finger on like what is so special about, like, why does everyone like Luminous Silk? It just looks like your skin is healthy and luminous. I think that's why a lot of foundations, a lot of people have tried to copy it. That's why I always go on my forehead with a smaller brush just to get the sides there, you know, all the contours. It feels so light, just so gorgeous. So I wear this a lot when I'm going out to the supermarket, just buff a small amount into my skin. So it doesn't look like you have on natural makeup, it just looks like you have gorgeous healthy skin. I'm still using Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer. So lovely and creamy. SX12 is the shade. Gonna highlight all the usual spots just there, just around the nose, beneath the nose, and of course just to lift face a bit, my forehead, down around the mouth. So I always say, as far as how much concealer to use. That's entirely up to you, like it's so personal, but this is the amount of concealer that I'm personally comfortable with. That small foundation brush that I used for the forehead earlier, that's what I'm going to use to blend in my concealer with foundation. Blend up my reverse contour. Use a brush that is not round but just like that. Bring it down. I do underneath here last. And then I just bring it up the nose too. Take the small foundation brush. Just go in there and tap. So now I'm going to take this beautiful contour, cream contour from Danessa Myricks. It's called Balm Contour. And it looks like this. Such a perfect contour shade. My shade is deep too, so I don't really draw my contour on. I just add, blend, add a bit more, blend. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I don't know where I've put my little foundation brush, but I'll just take my normal foundation brush to blend out. Everything's blending out so well. I love cream products so much. So I like to add here a bit of contour and then use a different brush to blend out because there's already a lot of product on the brush. Just pat. Beautiful. Love the contour. Always want to do the jawline as well. Press slightly. So now I'm going to use my two favourite powders to set everything. So this is Easy Bake from Huda Beauty in Blondie. The Airbrush Flawless Powder from Charlotte Tilbury in Tan. So I start with Charlotte Tilbury's powder, the pressed powder, and just put some on my puff. Just even it out on the puff using my hand. And then go right in, right there. Gorgeous. Oh wow. Such a gorgeous powder. Look at the difference between... I hope the difference is there. Imagine me saying, look at the difference. And there is no difference. Lightly on the forehead too. Although I don't usually use this one on the forehead. I just use this for the under eye. So this is a highlighter brush from What's Up Beauty. But I actually like using it to set my under eye because it just fits so perfectly. So the next step is just to go... lightly buff it underneath the eye, and this is just really to brighten and just to lock in the concealer further. So this concealer is not going to crease. I usually don't need to touch up when I do this two-step powder thing, so the compact powder and then just go in with a loose powder as well. Now I'm just using the Huda powder, pressing it into all the areas where I did a highlight, sort of just press it in first and then lightly buff it off. So then I'll set the contour as well using a loose powder. So I've got this one from Estee Lauder, so it's deeper and it's very, very light, so it won't build up on the contour. It will just set the contour and just add a bit more contourness. So this is Deep Soft Glow. It's from Estee Lauder. It's just really so smooth, very, very light. Take the last of it in my jawline and underneath where I put the contour before. This is where I take my Got2b brow gel right after the powders and everything and just secure my brows. So a bit of gel. So before I move on to eye makeup, I'll just set my face. I'll use Top Secrets from YSL. It smells and feels so good. So I'll start with Melt's Rust palette for the eye look. I want something brown, quite warm, and with a bit of sparkles as well. I'll use a bit of glitter as well. Start with Antique. Stamp it lightly above the crease. Right below the arch, stamp and then blend it all the way up to the brow. Then I'm just going to bring it all the way in here. Next I'll take Rust big blending brush. Blend this into the crease. So this is quite easy. I want it to be quick and easy, but very pretty and blown out. I'll just go from light to dark and then the darkest colour on the lid. take it out. So next I'll take more, pack it on the lid, and always tap off any excess. Sometimes I think it's not so much that the shadows are giving fallout. Sometimes when you pick up too much eyeshadow, it goes on the lid and there's nowhere for the rest of it to go, so it just falls out. So it's always important to sort of just tap off the excess. Okay, I thought it wasn't recording. I was finna loo mama. Oh, this is one of my favorite palettes for autumn. I'll take this kohl pencil from Max Factor. I'm just gonna put this on the lash line. Take Rot Squared on a small smudger brush. Smudge and set the kohl pencil along the lash line. Super nice. Love, 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 love. Oh, there's something about like the soft smudginess of a matte on a cream. Going back in with Rust. Just add a bit of brown. Blend that smokiness. Go in my waterline. This is just so good. And it lasts all day. And it's £4 on Amazon. I think it's £7 in the shop in Boots. Now we'll just add a bit of sparkles to the eyelid. I'm just joking, we'll add a lot of sparkles. I'll use the sparkly loose glitter. It's from 𝐿 Cosmetics. Don't want to spill any, but look at how. Can you see? Can you see? It is absolutely breathtaking. Take my NYX glitter glue, pat lightly on the lid. I'm actually not taking from the pot. I'll just take what's on the lid. It is truly gorgeous. Wow. Right, so I think that's just enough sparkles, right? I'll take Ma again. Just use it to blend the edge here. I'll take my Inglot gel liner in 77. Absolutely love this. It is such a beautiful black. I'll just go for Moon from the Moon Wish palette like last time. That's that shade. So for my lips, I'll use this from Maybelline. It's the Superstay Vinyl Ink in Fearless. I'll just do a bit of blush, same blush as last time. Paradise Venus from Pat McGrath. I'll just never get over this blush. It's so pretty, like. So I'm just gonna pop some highlighter on my cheeks. This is Wild Acacia from What's Up Beauty. I'll take that part of it. These are just so universal, so this one works as well. Why is my voice cracking? Alright. Are you okay? I have to look in the mirror, ask myself, are you okay? Are you okay? You alright, Papa? Okay, doll? Okay, cutie? I'll just go back in one more time with... Sorry about my voice, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so this is the final look for today's makeup. So I hope you enjoyed this autumn inspired look. Next week I'll probably do a more colourful, vibrant sort of look. I hope to see you again next week. And I hope you have a good week. Take care.